Proposals are an organizing document in one sense. It's where the entire picture for that particular project, that particular portion of the project comes together with story, explanatory video, endorsements, whatever it is. Proposals are an encompassing document where you organize everything you need to know and other people need to know about the work you're doing. Quite a few organizations hire proposal writers. In fact, again, this medical mission that I was coaching yesterday, they have a proposal writer, and they gave him their white paper exercise, and he hated it, they said, at first, because it forced him to go about his work in a different way. And what did that mean? Well, it meant that they were much clearer on what they were trying to say, and he, instead of inventing it, had to follow their document now, their white paper, and make sure that his proposal was consistent with with all of the elements in the white paper. Remember, it's the elements in the white paper that you pull out and then expand on in your proposals. And so then after a while of using it, he came back to him and he said, I'm using this in my practice now. I'm getting people to create white papers for me so that I can write their proposals. So here again, we see the power of a white paper to even change this guy's business in how he approaches writing proposals. That's the exact thing we want to see. And one other thing on proposals, and you heard me say this before, I'm sure, because I almost can't say it without saying this other thing as well. And that is that proposals don't fundraise. You do. The fundraising has usually occurred before the proposal is received. By that, I mean, they've already, for someone to take the time to read a 3 or 4 or 5 page proposal that might have pages of addendum with it, takes a commitment. And that commitment is what you're looking for. And so you have to build the commitment. The proposal doesn't build the commitment. The proposal only explains what he needs to know or she needs to know to make their decision. It only encourages them through the story to see how it all works. It only drives their passion to a deeper level when they realize what happens when the good things that you're trying to do occur. That's what the proposal tells them. But there's a commitment for them to learn that. And that is fundraising. That's the acquisition and nurture and discovery that you're doing. All of that happens before the proposal goes out. So the proposal just becomes an organizing document that can explain all of those things. And its elements are, I believe personally, if you have freedom to write the proposal in any way you want, most investors, some investors will tell you how they want proposals. What I did at First Fruit and what I did at Fieldstead and Company and what I've coached other foundations to do and have taught on for, I don't know, a while, is 3 to 5 pages. If you can't tell the story in 3 to 5 pages, then you've got to go back to work again. It's just like taking a paragraph and making it a sentence. How do you do it? You go after it. You go after every element. You make sure it's tight. You can use addendum. That is, you can reference other reference. So, for example, if you're describing your need, so at least when you're talking about sexual abuse and sexual trafficking in the Houston area, you probably have some research that the police department and other social agencies that you interact with have produced. Well, you don't stick all that stuff in the proposal. You stick the distillation of it in the proposal. So you say things like research is showing us, statistics are showing us, and then there's an asterisk. And then if they want to know more about what you're saying to them, they can follow the asterisk out and actually see the research, or follow a link out and get the police report that they want, or whatever they think they need to get further explanation. So that's one of the ways you keep a proposal into 3 or 4 or 5 pages, is by directing them to other materials, but by presenting them a clear enough understanding of the point that you're making, that they don't need the other materials to make the decision. But if they want them to flesh out and give them more confidence in their decision, they can go to the other materials. So for me, a basic proposal is 3 to 5 pages. It has a good story, a well done story that shows the impact of the work and shows how you go about your job. It has a quick and strong description of the 3 questions and how you answer those, and then a expansion of the letter of inquiry, so that those 3 elements that I told you about in the letter of inquiry actually get expanded out, and where you can go into the nuances and more depth about what's actually occurring in the training, who's coming to the classes, why are they doing this, what are we actually doing on a daily basis for whatever project it is, a shelter that you're putting together, Elisa, or whatever it is.